Hello junkies, my name is Bob and I'm coming to you from AFJ headquarters where today we're going to be reviewing something very special and it is DC Collectibles Mera. Now, this is an 11.25 inch tall statue, so 11 and 1/4 basically, statue of Mera. This is Aquaman's queen, all right, the Atlantean. Now, it is designed by Joëlle Jones. It is sculpted by Jack Matthews. Now, this is part of the collection of the Joëlle Jones collection from Wonder Woman, Catwoman, and now we have Mera herself. Now, this is one of the characters that this recently had surfaced because of the popularity of Aquaman, Mera being played by Amber Heard, playing such a large part in the film. This is really cool, and we haven't even opened it up yet. So I'm really interested to see if my opinion of this will change once I actually get it out of the box, because it is impressive. This is a nice little artwork that we have here on the back. As you can see how it was drawn by Joëlle, and then we do have lots of great detail here. This was given to us by DC Collectibles, and they asked us, would you like to review it? And we said, of course, because anything from them right now is the DC paraphernalia, toys, statues, figures. It's the stuff that we want, and we really, really love DC Collectibles. I wish that they were a lot easier to get. You can order a lot of DC Collectibles from Entertainment Earth and other toy stores, however, online toy stores. However, what I will say is that when it's DC Collectibles, we really do want it. Now, these are limited to 5,000. We'll find out if we got a press copy here. They're usually numbered on the bottom. Usually we do. But let's get to it. So no more stalling. So it says here it's approximately 11.8 inches high. Now online it says it's 11.25. My math isn't the greatest, but that might be the same. So let's open this up here. Now, forgive the angle, but this is a very tall thing, and we weren't 100% sure how we were going to review this. So, as you can see here, we do have an Associated Press copy 25 of 5,000. So we don't know how many the Associated Press got. However, we are able to know that we've got the 25th one. Could be the last one, could be the first one, could be the only one, probably not. Now, we have a tape all the way around, which I did not expect to find, so please forgive me as I go out here. Now, I always want to do this very cautiously because you never know how elaborate a lot of these things are. So you want to be very cautious, just a little bit. Just put in the tip, take that joke as you will, and open it up here. So I kind of like to keep at least one end of the tape connected so that it has a bit of a hinge to it, and it also keeps it a little bit more intact. However, for storage, for moving, keeping this part here essential. So there we go. Get her out here. So I love these little packets that say do not eat. And there she is. So it's interesting that we have her out, and yet here we can see, she's about a 12-inch, looks about like a 12-inch doll, a little bit bigger. We'll find out here in a second. She does have a base. So the base is probably the first thing that would have broken in transit, but we'll find out here. I'm going to try to bring this in a little bit closer here so that we can see this. So we do have this fantastic water display. We'll open this first. I mean, look at the detail here, the swerving. This is really, really cool. And then we do have the Associated Press. I always say that's Associated Press. It could be advanced press copy, 25 of 5,000. So this is a very special one. A little bit different. Now let's look at Mera. Oh, the details here. Really, really cool. Something, unfortunately, just fell out of the package. So that means she did get a little dinged up. So, but for the life of me, okay, she lost hair in moving right up front here. So I may have to glue that a little bit. But with delicate things like this, this is part of it. So we do have a fantastic face sculpt here. Look at this hair. And all this isn't painted. These are ridges. And it's like scales, which really makes it cool. So then we have this little screw top right here. Hair is here. And then we have very delicate fingers. And be careful of these when moving them. And then we're just going to screw her in here. So she does have a screw base, which is right here in the water. And it's not so much a screw, actually. It's more just like a pin. And she's in. So, there you go, junkies. There's Mera. Now, she originally appeared in the Aquaman number 11 in September of 1963. I'm sure she didn't quite look like this. She probably looked a little bit more on the female girly side. For me, the Mera that I've always liked is the one that became the Red Lantern. I always thought that was a very interesting. That was the first time I had really grabbed a hold of what the character looked like and the depth of which her character was. So the hair here is very, this is fantastic. It's almost as if she's in water, even though she's actually walking on water. So it has a nice flowing feel to it. I don't think you're really going to notice this piece here, this tiny little piece, but this is all another separate piece. So even this is separate. There's space in between there. So we do have this little tiny piece right here that we might be able to touch up, put a dab of glue there, but we don't want to get any glue on the chest area because it'll look funny for the rest of the time. So I am just going to keep that right there so we always have it. Now, let's turn this here and give you an extra little angle. You can see very delicate hands here. I'm going to be very careful of that. But you got to love these boots all the way down to the back here. Excellent. It's a little bit smaller. The box is a lot bigger. I was expecting more of this massive thing that took up a lot of space on my desk. But actually, it's not as big. It's about a 12-inch size figure. So, the water makes her a little bit taller. And of course, to have Catwoman and Wonder Woman in their poses would also be fantastic. So a very quick review here, but it's hard to, talk about poses and statues with a statue. Sorry, it's hard to talk about poses when you have a statue. But again, the hair, the eyes are fantastic with the blue. Look at the lips and the jawline here. And she does have very delicate ears that you can see straight back in there. Let's see if I can pop her off of this again and do some. I hope she comes back out. Yeah, it's a very tight fit, but as you can see, we'll zoom in here. You can see her face. It's fantastic. And then look at those ears. Lots of great detail. And again, there's a little bit of a ding in the hair. And I think it might just be better if I try to paint it. But we'll see. I mean, I can play with that. That's the nice thing about taking different art courses in college. You learn how to fix little things like this. So again, junkies, very, very cool. We had a slightly broken piece here in transit. But other than that, you could always take one back if you bought it at a comic book store or on Entertainment Earth. And then, as you can see, this is just a fantastic likeness of the character. Very eye-catching, and also, if you have, swimmer in the family or someone that really loves the new Aquaman, this is one of those perfect gifts. So, thank you for tuning in, junkies. We will see you soon.